Hey guys, you're here with Olivia, and in today's review, we're going to be going over Final Destination Bloodlines, so the brand new 6th movie of Final Destination. Now, I actually did watch some other Final Destination movies. I've seen the first one, second one, and half of the third one, but then stopped because I did not like it. The only ones I have not seen were the 4th one and 5th one, but I heard the 4th one was awful, so I'll probably never watch that. Like, I heard it was awful from a ton of different people. But I do want to watch the 5th one still. Overall, my favorite movie out of all of the Final Destination movies is the 2nd one. I love the 2nd one. But that's not what I'm reviewing. I'm reviewing the new one. Now, before I get started, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, now with that out of the way, let's get started. So obviously, the other Final Destination movies, especially the first one, are a little older. They came out in like the 90s, early 2000s. So they do have that really nostalgic, kind of eerie, creepy vibe to them. Especially the first one. And they all are kind of the same. Somebody gets a premonition of something happening. There's always like a really big introduction scene where that thing happens and it's massive and awesome, iconic. And then the rest of the survivors get haunted by death. Cause you know, you can't cheat death, can't escape it. It'll always keep coming back for you. Well, they decided to do things a little differently and they switched it up a little in this movie, but it does have a twist. Now, a quick little overview of the plot without giving anything away. A college woman named Stephanie Reyes, played by Caitlin Santa Juana, gets a reoccurring violent nightmare that's been going on for 2 months. It's been disrupting her life. She's normally a A student, very good in school, studies, works hard. Well, now her grades are slipping. She can't get any sleep because of these nightmares. She's having freakouts in class. Basically, her life is getting ruined by these nightmares. So she goes home to visit her family, which consists of her brother and her dad, because her mom's a psychopath apparently and left them, because there's something she needs from home that might have an answer to these nightmares. She dreams about this woman named Iris, who's going on a date with her boyfriend to like this beautiful sky view tower that just opened up. But while they're on that date, it starts out like, you know, any other Final Destination movie where it's going well, really fun, exciting, but then the person kind of gets a little queasy. They feel like something's wrong. And then chaos explodes as the premonition happens. But instead of Iris, the woman who had the premonition of the sky view tower, instead of us following her point of view, we follow Stephanie Reyes instead, who's dreaming about this woman and her premonition. But as you all might know, if you intervene with death, it will always come back to haunt you and get its revenge. Well, after Iris got her premonition, she stepped in to save everyone from what happened at the tower, and there was like hundreds of people there. So over the years, death was slowly killing everyone until it finally reached Stephanie, her brother, and her cousins. Because Stephanie and the cousins are somehow related to Iris. So our main characters in this movie is Stephanie Reyes, Charlie Reyes, Stephanie's brother, who's played by Tio O'Brien, Darlene Campbell, played by Raya Kilstedt, who is Charlie and Stephanie's mother, Eric, who's played by Richard Harmon, who's one of the cousins, Bobby, who's played by Owen Patrick Joyner, who's brothers with Eric, so he's the other cousin, and Julia, who's the third cousin, played by Anna Lore. Obviously, there's more characters like the aunt, uncle, dad, but they're not in it as much. Although Uncle Harvard, played by Alex Zahara, is a very important character because his death is awesome. So the cousins, the siblings, and the mom must all find a way to escape the fate of death. And it's really awesome because they were never supposed to be born in the first place. Because Iris was supposed to die at the Skyview Tower. But when she intervened from death and saved herself, her husband, and all those people, they all had kids, they all started families when they weren't supposed to. They were all supposed to die originally. So now their families got affected by death too, which is a really awesome concept. I mean, That's really cool. Oh, by the way, I'll change the title of my video to say that, like, this may contain some spoilers. I might have spoiled a few minor little details, but it's okay. Anywho, so the concept, plot, story of this movie, I really did love because it was different from all the other Final Destinations where, you know, you just follow the main character and it's essentially the same story, just with, like, different scenarios. So I really loved in this one how they did something new and really awesome. Especially because they bring back William John Budworth, played by Tony Todd, who was in, like, all the other movies. Or at least the first and second. I don't know if he was in every single one of them, but he was, like, you know, the mysterious, kind of sketchy dude who works at, like, a morgue and seems to know a lot about death. Like, way more than a normal person would know. But anywho, Tony Todd is awesome. His voice, like, I know he did a lot of voice work, but it's insane. It's so deep and cool. He was also, like, the title character in Candyman, which is really cool. I haven't seen that movie yet, but I think I'm gonna watch it just for him, because he's awesome. Although the sad thing is, Final Destination 6, this movie, is probably gonna be the last movie he acts in, because he's getting old. So this movie was definitely very bittersweet when they showed him, because it was really awesome to see him from all the other Final Destination movies. And I bet it'd be, like, even awesome for people from, like, my mom and dad's generation who saw the Final Destination movies when they were a lot younger and had to wait, like, years for all the Final Destination movies to finally come out. So I bet it was more nostalgic to see him and more, like, heartwarming. Versus for me, a Gen Z poser, I just got to watch the movies back to back without waiting. So I was like, hey, it's the morgue dude. Although he does have a very sweet speech at the end about death. And it was kind of hinting, like what he said was kind of hinting at, like, himself. How you should, like, enjoy the time you have while it lasts. It was really sweet. So yeah, all the characters were really good. My favorite character was probably Eric, because he was really funny. I'd say the main character, the college girl, Stephanie Reyes, she was a little dry. I mean, I didn't have any, like, connection, I didn't feel anything with her, versus the cousins, who were way more funny. Charlie Reyes, her brother, was, you know, a typical teenage boy, wanted nothing to do with anything. He was kind of a bozo, so I'd say the cousins, like, the cousin side of the family really carried this movie. Now, with that being said, though, I love how original this movie felt, because it had its new concept, but I didn't like it as much as the second one, or some of the older Final Destination, just because a lot of these newer movies coming out just feel so fake. Like, they have such a Hollywood vibe to them. There's nothing that really pops out. I mean, I'd say the whole stuff with Iris at the beginning of the movie, like the Skyview Tower stuff, was, like, the best scene out of the whole movie. Like, the action scenes were really awesome, but then the rest of the movie just felt very washed out. Like, a lot of these movies now are just so washed out feeling compared to older movies, which have, like, cheesy, kind of campy effects. Like, the first movie, for example, felt very eerie and creepy. This new movie didn't have any of those vibes. It felt like just another fun action movie. It didn't feel like death was haunting them. It just felt like they were, you know, dying in stupid, dorky ways. Versus in the first Final Destination and second Final Destination, you could kind of, like, see, like, death almost. They had, like, the creepy, like, waves and stuff and mirrors from him. Or it. I mean, they call death a him in this movie. Don't really know why we're giving death a gender, but whatever. It just felt a little lame compared to, like, the first and second movie. Even the third movie, like, the third movie was very cheap looking, but the whole roller coaster carnival stuff, I mean, that even had more of, like, a creepy vibe to it than this movie did. I think a lot of people will like this movie. I certainly like this movie a lot, but it was kind of sad to see how it looked like every other movie coming out nowadays. They all have the same exact look to them, where even when it's, like, sunny in movies, it almost looks cloudy. Like, you don't get those, like, raw effects and, like, raw scenery that you would have gotten in older movies. Like, Final Destination Bloodlines, this new movie would have been so much better if it did come out probably back in the day, with the same exact story, same exact characters, same like plot and everything and twist, but it just had that dark, eerie vibe to it. It's definitely missing that. This felt like a companion, if you guys have seen the new movie Companion, or like Death of a Unicorn, where they're just fun action films. Honestly, it could have been like a movie of its own, because they did try to go like a new way with the, usual premonition stuff. Like, this felt like it could have just been a whole new movie. So I was a little bummed about that. How it didn't have that same feel as the older ones. But I am happy that it expanded things and it opened up, like, a whole new idea. So maybe they'll make, like, more Final Destination movies based off of what this movie did. I definitely think everybody should see this movie. I recommend watching all the movies and then watching it. I mean, you don't really need to. Maybe just watch the first and second one and like half of the third or something. Because there isn't a lot of callbacks to the older movies in this. I mean, I was expecting to see like little Easter eggs or something. Or at least like mention Final Destination 1 or 2. But they didn't really do that in this. So yeah, if I were to rank the Final Destination movies, I'd say Final Destination number 2. Final Destination number 1, because, it's a classic. Then Final Destination 6, this one, Bloodlines. Then I'd probably say Final Destination 5, then 3, then 4. But the opening scene to this movie, like the Premonition, Skyview Tower stuff, was definitely one of the best opening scenes. I mean, I think it's tied with the second movie. The opening scene was so good. No, that part I really liked about the movie. Because of like the twist it took, how Iris saved all those people, but also didn't at the same time, because death, came back for them. She bought them a little more time. And because you could just see things happening during that. Especially the crappy little boy with the penny. See the movie, you'll understand. He was literal hot trash. I'm kind of looking at, like, the summer watch guide right now on IMDb. Some movies I'm really excited to come out are Ballerina, the new, like, John Wick movie, which is coming out on June 6th. So I'm really excited for that. I think that's going to be awesome. I'll definitely see that and do a review for it. We got Mission Impossible 80,000, The Final Reckoning, which is coming out on May 23rd. I'll probably see that and, review it, even though I have no interest in it, since there's so many Mission Impossible movies. I just don't care that much. And something I'm really looking forward to is 28 Years Later, which is coming out on June 20th. I'm really excited for that one. I've never seen the 28 Days Later movies, but the trailers got me hooked. That looks really cool and fun. As for Final Destination 6, I liked it. I think I'd give it a 7 out of 10. If it was a standalone movie, like not a part of the Final Destination movies, I would give it a 10 out of 10. But since it doesn't really feel like a Final Destination movie even, a 7 out of 10. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you guys have seen the movie or if you've seen it, what you thought of it, what you thought of my review. Like if you've enjoyed, subscribe and hit that notification bell, and then I'll think of something else to post. Also, let me know in the comments what type of content you'd like to see next for a little bit before we have all these big movies coming out. If you guys want horror, just nostalgic movies, thrillers, please let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you around.